What if I told you that just $500 a month could completely change the direction of your life? No business, no lottery, no get-rich-quick scam. Just one simple decision repeated every month. But here's the dangerous part. Most people realize this too late, when they've already run out of time. Millions of Americans make money every single month, yet still end up with nothing left because their money is mentally spent before it even hits their account. Rent, car payments, food, weekends, subscriptions, and slowly, life doesn't make them broke. It makes them stuck. But in this video, I'm going to show you how just $500 a month, invested consistently and left alone, can quietly grow into a number so massive after 30 years that people regret not starting sooner. And the final calculation at the end of this video might permanently change the way you look at money forever. Most people never notice the exact moment their future starts shrinking. It doesn't happen in one dramatic decision. It happens quietly through small habits repeated every single month. A few extra subscriptions, expensive takeout, impulse purchases, upgrades that feel harmless in the moment. And slowly your money disappears before you even realize where it went. That's why so many people in America work hard for years, yet still feel financially trapped. Not broke, trapped. Because every dollar already has a purpose before it even reaches their account. Rent, car payments, food, bills, entertainment. Life keeps taking money faster than most people can build it. But everything changes the moment someone decides to treat even one amount of money differently. Maybe it's $500 a month. Not a huge amount, not life-changing overnight. But invested consistently over decades, that small decision quietly becomes something massive. The scary part is that compounding feels invisible in the beginning. The first few months look boring. The account barely moves. You sacrifice money today and see almost nothing in return tomorrow. And this is exactly why most people quit, because modern life trained people to expect instant rewards. Social media gives dopamine instantly. Online shopping gives satisfaction instantly. But investing operates on a completely different timeline. In the beginning, progress feels painfully slow. Then, one day, years later, the growth becomes shocking. The money inside the account starts earning more money than you personally contribute. That's when the psychology changes completely. For the first time in life, money is working while you sleep. No extra hours, no second job, no exhausting hustle culture. Just assets compounding quietly in the background while your normal life continues. And what surprises people most is that investing doesn't only change your bank account, it changes your mind. Financial anxiety starts shrinking because you finally have distance between yourself and panic. Emergencies no longer feel life-destroying. Market crashes stop feeling like the end of the world because you've already lived through them before. You begin understanding something most people never truly learn. The market rewards patience more than intelligence. The people who build wealth are usually not the smartest people in the room. They are simply the ones who stayed consistent long enough for time to multiply their decisions. That's why the early years matter so much. Not because the money is huge, but because time is huge. Time is what turns ordinary investing into extraordinary outcomes. Two people can earn the same salary and still end up living completely different lives later on. One spends every raise improving lifestyle. The other quietly buys assets month after month without needing attention or validation. At first, their lives look identical. 20 years later, they barely resemble each other. One person still depends entirely on work to survive. The other built systems that continue generating wealth automatically. And the craziest part is that it rarely feels dramatic while it's happening. Real wealth creation looks boring from the inside. It looks like automatic transfers, skipped impulse purchases, ignored temptations, patience during scary market headlines, and consistency repeated so many times that eventually the math becomes impossible to ignore. Somewhere right now, someone has $500 sitting in their account, deciding whether it becomes another temporary purchase or the beginning of a completely different future. And what they don't realize yet is that this is not a $500 decision. Over 30 years, it can become a hundreds of thousands of dollars decision. Because compounding doesn't care about emotions, confidence, or perfect timing. It only rewards consistency. The years will pass anyway. The only question is whether your money disappears with them or quietly grows while you sleep. And here's the strangest part about all of this. The people who eventually become financially free usually don't feel rich while they're building wealth. Most of the time, they feel normal. They still go to work. They still deal with stress. They still wonder sometimes if the slow progress is even worth it. But year after year, something invisible is happening underneath their life. Their money is slowly buying them options. The option to say no to toxic jobs. The option to survive emergencies without panic. The option to stop making decisions out of desperation. And those options quietly change everything. Because real financial freedom is not about owning yachts or private jets like social media tries to sell you. Real financial freedom is waking up without fear, controlling every decision you make. It's knowing that one bad month won't destroy your life. It's understanding that your future is no longer fully dependent on your next paycheck. And the reason most people never reach that point is not because they lack intelligence. It's because they underestimate how powerful small, consistent actions become over long periods of time. People wait for the perfect moment to start investing. A higher income, a better economy, less debt, more confidence. But the perfect moment almost never arrives. And meanwhile, time keeps moving without asking permission. That's why starting small today is infinitely more powerful than waiting years to start perfectly. Because compounding only cares about one thing: time spent in the market. Not your emotions, not your excuses, not your fear. And one day, years from now, you'll either thank yourself for starting early or wish you had. The scary part is that both futures begin with the exact same choice you're making right now. So, if this video changed the way you think about money, success, or your future even a little, subscribe right now. Because the next video might be the one decision that changes your financial life forever.